guys, welcome to Sunny Conversations, where we talk about real life, relationships, and mindset shifts. I am Diana.
And I'm Beneth, aka Dana James. Well, today we are diving into a big one. What do you bring to the table? Dana, what do you bring to the table?
Some peanuts. This question always makes people nervous, like it forces us to self-reflect. But here's the thing, relationships are not about transactions, they're about partnerships.
Exactly, and that is the problem. People often think the table is money, and yet that's just one part of it. I've gotten a chance to discuss this with a few people, and I don't know, most people usually think, especially men, they think bringing something to the table is supposed to be money. There's this scenario, a woman goes on a date with a man, they're starting a new relationship, and she asks the man, what do you do? He replies, I'm an entrepreneur. She goes ahead and asks, well, what do you bring to the table? This is the woman asking. And he replies, I'm financially stable. Boldly, because they think being financially stable is just enough. And he's like, I'm emotionally mature and financially stable. Guess what the woman replies?
What did she say?
She's like, I know you think she replied so, The woman replies, well, that's great, but I'm financially stable myself. I'm already financially stable. So what else? The woman, the man didn't have anything else to say because he thought having money is just enough. So I think being financially stable is not enough. Neither love is not enough. But I'm now thinking, is it a fair question? The phrase, what do you bring to the table? What does it mean anyway? And is it a fair question to ask anyone? What do you bring to the table?
But why do people always fear this question? Like when someone asks you, what do you bring to the table? And most people, in most cases, the only thing they think about it is money. Love is not a transaction. It's not a transaction. So Beneth, initially, to me, money, it's not the only thing that one should bring to the table.
And it's so unfortunate because these days, most people, 100 or not 100% anyway, but 90% of the people think money is just enough to bring to the relationship. A man might come up and is like, I want a woman, I want a traditional woman, I want a woman who can cook, who can clean, who can, do house stuff, look after the babies. But that's not just, and maybe he thinks I'm going to bring money, I'm working and I'm financially stable, so you just do that, and I'll bring in the financial part of it. But that's not just enough. Take a look at who is this lady?
Which lady?
Young famous, what's her name?
Zari?
No, the Nigerian lady, Idibia, Annie Idibia.
Yes.
Yeah, we've had stories about her. We see how we've seen how toxic her relationship was, and at some point her man wrote, I don't know whether the sources were reliable.
Yeah.
But her man allegedly says, I want a woman who can challenge me. I don't want a woman who is just there who's like my puppy, or just there because I'm his man and she's not providing anything. I want a woman who can challenge me. And I think challenging someone in a relationship is better and fair enough. What do you think?
In my opinion, okay, this applies both ways. One thing that we should really put in mind is your partner is not your rehabilitation center. So you can't put all your insecurities on one person. I want a lady who can cook, who can do this, who can do that. She's not your maid, and neither is your partner, the man, a maid too. Because there are men who really work.
The moment you ask me what I bring to the table, why would you ask me what I bring to the table?
But initially, one thing we should put in mind, Things that we should all bring to the table: value, respect, communication, not necessarily money, but yes, money is part of it. Because, nowadays, money is money.
Yes, and these are a few replies to the question. One says, I don't know, I guess love. And the other one said, why should I bring something? Isn't love enough? The other one said, financial security, duh. No, right?
I know.
And the other one says, emotional stability and ambition. Well, we are seeing different people are talking about different things, different values. So I
What
think
one should bring.
as long as you guys are complementing each other, that you're having shared values as a couple, that should be enough. Even though I'm a housewife, are you really providing emotional security? Because I'm trying to be, a good wife. I'm trying to do this, but then you can't come back from work and you're shouting at me, or you've come back from your work stress and you're
Asking
shouting.
you, what do you bring to the table?
Asking, or what we
I
might
who
have
did the chores.
Yes. If I'm cooking and cleaning, that's what I'm bringing to the table. Well, but still, I'm providing emotional, support. You've come back from work, I welcome you. I'm asking you what's up, Vichy, how was work? Is anything stressing you up? But then you're not protecting my emotions. So we need that. Even though I'm providing that, you're supposed to provide the emotional security. Protect my emotions.
One person replied to that topic. He said, when it comes to men, a man brings the 4 P's. So according to him, the 4 P's are provides, precedes, protects, and penetrates ruthlessly. You know what that means? You know what that means? Yeah. So initially, what he was trying to mean, men will provide in a relationship, precede, protect the partner, and the sex part. Then when it came to ladies, he said respect, peace of mind, food, and conjugal needs. We all know what that means. So me, in my own mind, it's not all about, when it comes to ladies, it's not all about respect, peace of mind, food, conjugal needs. There are other things that a lady can bring to the table. There is this saying, what a man can do, a lady can do better.
Yes. Now that brings us to this. What if Fenatukula, we are both working, we are both financially stable, we come from work at a certain period of time, maybe you come back from work at 5 and I come back at 5 or at 6, we are both exhausted. Like you've said, someone said a woman is supposed to do this, the housework and all. So if I come back from work stressed out, very tired, you've also come back from work, would it be okay for the both of us to, hit the kitchen and do the house stuff together? Yeah, like
communicate, so that
if I'm
one
washing
can
the utensils,
mentally
maybe you're cooking,
be okay.
If I'm doing, but then which is so different these days. If we are
These
from
days,
work,
it's all toxic.
yes, toxic.
Someone is tired, you want that person to cook for you.
You want me to
mop,
Simanye, bring you hot water.
Tofa over pour,
yes. So
if it is some time, if it's food, what go quiet.
So which is so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Couples should really share values and share, what they do so that both of you are really happy. Yeah, and enjoying the relationship.
But mostly communication. Communication. If you guys are not communicating, then you won't grow in your relationship. All you'll be thinking about is he has to provide, he has to bring this. He has to bring money, he has to bring this. It has to be a two-way thing, 50-50. Yeah. Well, there are 4 things you should be bringing to the table if you are in a relationship or hoping to be in one.
Number 1, emotional intelligence and communication. If you're not communicating, your relationship is already in trouble. I really, really value communication in a relationship. You can't be there. I'm texting you. We are both at work and we are tired. I'm texting you. You're not replying the whole day. Guys.
That thing plays with mental health. Yes, always communicate.
Communication is important in a relationship. Yeah, and can you handle conflict? Can you, do you have the value conflict resolution with your partner? Yeah.
And if you're really not willing to communicate, then why are you dating? Because now some of us girls, women, we are very emotional. Send you a good morning text. Sam. Hi, Han.
I saw a video on TikTok, and the lady asked her man. I think she texted or something. No, they were together. So she asks the man, "How are you?" He didn't reply. I think he had his stress, so he left the house. So when he reached at work, the lady texts the man. No, she actually called the man and she's like, "Hello, are you okay?" He's like, "Yes, I'm okay. What's up? Mbu, do you love me?" He's like, "Why are you asking?" The guy replies, "Because the way you put on your shoes this morning looked angry." So meaning, even the way you act when you're with your man,
Yes.
or when you're with your woman, is communication enough. So when you're putting on your socks or your shoes and you're like, and yet you have your own stress or you're angry at someone else, but then you're showing it to me, it's really not good.
But people should learn to communicate. Yes. However angry you may be with someone else who is not me, you should communicate. Because now your silence is torturing me.
Yeah.
That silent treatment. I've texted you, you're not picking, you're not replying.
Even
it
when
really
you're
plays
mad
with
at
our
me,
mental health.
if you're mad at me, if
Always
I pissed
communicate.
you off, tell it to my face. Tell me you did this and I'm not happy.
And nowadays people don't bench. They send you a good morning, you reply in the afternoon, they'll leave you there. So communication is always key. Both sides, not only one way. Number 2, we have financial stability. Beneth, do you have a plan? A financial plan? Or you're just willing to spend the guy's money?
Even when I don't have money, and you have the money, maybe let me come up with a business plan and support me. Let's grow like that together, you know.
So let's
use that money.
What if we build that business together? No one's ever Beneth.
So guys,
okuba n'empisa tekyalina togenda kunzima. Oyinza oba olina empisa business n'ogikubamu ebituli.
Number 3, support and partnership. Are you his peace or
his stress?
His stress. Are you a partner or just a passenger? Tugende.
This person who waits for your man to come back or your lady to come back and you become the stress. Remember, someone avudde ku mulimu anyize akomawo emamugamba ze sirya mmere ya mu oven.
The problem is when you guys are dating, no one is showing their true colors.
That's to the process. Why do you want me to show my color?
That's the issue that we have. When we are dating, everyone is good. Then when we get married or we get into a serious relationship, you're showing your true colors.
But me to me, that's natural. Omuntu tagenda kukwana akulagirewo his or her true color. You're the only bean in my rice. You're the only my one and only. But when it comes to marriage, remember you guys are now living together. You're sharing the same space. Gwasa. So oli ajja kuba anyiize and we are human. Kubawo kiri. No today no sompyo. Whether you like it or not, go amanyi.
So starving him paka.
People don't starve your partners.
Anyway, guys, you know, try to learn your partner. What does he like, and what should I do for him to make him happy when he's stressed? You know, find out the things he likes, do them. You know, once in a while, buy roses for her. You know, go to her office, take coffee for her. Do those nice things, you know, to spice up your relationship.
Small things matter. And it may not be a flower or coffee, but a small text like, "Hi, Han, how are you doing?"
Ngulirayo kapike okalete ku office.
Choga planned kid.
Well packaged.
Number 4, we have vision and purpose. Beneth, in your relationship, do you have that vision and the purpose, or your love is like you're driving without a destination? Toina permit. Or are you both growing?
We're growing together. We will get there.
So Beneth, here's the real deal. Initially, the question shouldn't be, what do you bring to the table? The question should be, how do we build the table? How do we grow? How are we moving? It's not necessarily choleta chendeta. Mukuza mutya table in a layman's language.
Well, growth doesn't happen in a snap. It takes time. If you feel there's nothing you can bring to the table, start working on yourself now. Well, you can start by looking at the things that you can change. Self-reflection. Yeah, look at your strengths and your weaknesses. You can use your past relationships. What went wrong? Was I not communicating? Was I not listening? There are different things that go wrong. And sometimes when these things, when our relationships end, you're like, maybe he's the one in wrong. When you're telling other people, you're like, he's the one in wrong. He did this, he did that. But you don't know, you could have been the wrong person, wrong
person.
Yeah. You could have been the person in the wrong. Yeah.
Or you could be the problem. Don't fear self-reflect. It's always important in a relationship.
Another one, emotional, you could look at emotional growth, some people, banyiga mangu. You just, yes, like something happens or you and you don't know the exact thing that happened. Maybe someone is texting you. Phones have really caused us problems. A friend takes a picture, your man is at a certain place and sends it to you. There, mangu, you start attacking.
You've interpreted the picture in the wrong way.
Exactly. You don't know what is happening. Maybe he's in a business meeting. Maybe, and then
a one-to-one with a client.
You had start spamping, what. He could be there discussing business that is going to build you up as a family. So don't react that fast. Just take your time, think about it. Don't just,
jump in.
Don't
be quick to react.
Yeah.
Another key point is financial planning. Let's all learn to live within our means. Let's not always be dependent on one person. Like, since there is a saying, the man is a provider. What if he's not able to provide at that particular moment, yet both of you are working? His payment has come in late, your payment has come in on time. Would you really want to wait for his money to come in? You have rent, your child is sick. So have a plan, save, have a budget. Don't just go around spending money. And men are not power banks that you should always be dependent on them. They also have issues that hold them. They have problems that are pulling them back. So it should be a two-way. Don't look at Beneth and you're like, my dear,
live within your means. Your relationship is not my relationship.
Let's learn to balance. People have different blessings. Lastly, we have vision and leadership. Know where you're going. Are both of you growing? Is he the leader that you want him to be? Are you his vision or you're just his mission? Where is your relationship going? Be submissive. Most of us women, we don't like being submissive, but being submissive in a relationship is kind of good and also kind of bad. There's being submissive to a person. If you're not submissive, you'll be submissive. I don't know if I'm making sense.
In a toxic relationship.
Yes.
And you're like, I'm being submissive.
I'm being submissive. Tofira mbufumbo mkwano. No about bufumbo. Mia dating. Don't be in a relationship where bakukuba. And nowadays abakazi bakuba. Abakazi bakuba abasajja.
Bambi men, mwogele, if they beat you up.
If they're beating you, run. How can a lady beat you? Run. Well, here's your challenge this week. Sit and write 3 things you would like to bring to the table and 3 things you would want to work on in your relationship.
And if you're in a relationship, have this conversation with your partner. It's a conversation. It's a team discussion. It's not a test. Yeah? Make romantic dinners and then discuss these things as a couple.
If this conversation got you thinking, feel free to comment below. For more conversations like this, follow us on our TikTok page and our YouTube page at Sonic Conversations.
Let's grow together. See you next time at Sonic Conversations.
Bye.